to know what to do with your children half the time. People got really upset when the playgrounds got closed. Not me. I was delighted. I hate playgrounds. Have you been to a playground? And if you don't have kids, what are you doing at a playground, mate? That's weird. You might not know this if you don't have children, but there is nothing for you to do there. And they know that grown-ups are there, they know that adults are there, but there's nothing for you to do there. And you're not just there for a couple of hours, you're there for days, weeks, months. You're there for years of your life, and you're bored out of your bloody brain, just thinking, Jesus Christ, has time stood still? You think they'd create some sort of makeshift shed where they're selling neat gin, but there's nothing to distract you from the tedium of being in a playground. And for the first 2 years of your children's lives, you have to follow them around these places because you don't want them to die. So you're like, darling, please be careful on the apparatus, on the climbing. Mama's here, Mama will catch you. But you know what? My children are 6 now, nearly 7. You think, great, you can just piss off! Yeah! Piss off! And leave me alone to my thoughts! They don't, do they? They don't, because somehow we've created 2 little narcissists. So it's not enough that they're up a slide if I'm not fucking watching them! All you can hear in the playground is this, look at me, 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 look at me. Mama, will you look at me, 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 look at me. Mama, I'm gonna get on the slide, I'm gonna get on the slide. Will you watch me get on the slide? Mama's gonna watch you get on that slide, darling. Oh, well done. Really well done, darling. That was absolutely wonderful. Mama, I'm gonna get on the slide again. I'm gonna get on the slide. Will you watch me get on? I'm watching you go down that slide, darling. I'm gonna get on the slide again. You're not watching me. I am. I'm totally watching. I'm gonna get on the slide again. Watch me get on. I'm gonna watch you go down the slide. Oh, twice in a row. How did you do that? What an achievement. Absolutely incredible, darling. Mama, I'm gonna get on the slide again and get on the slide again. Will you watch me get on the slide? Mama, you're gonna watch me get on the slide. I'm gonna get on the slide again. Will you watch me? I tell you what Mama's gonna do. Could not give a fuck, mate. You know what that's called? Gravity. Grow up. Just in case there's any confusion in the room here, particularly with the men, just to let you know, you've got a different relationship with your mum to the one that we do. Now, I realise I'm making a generalisation here, I understand that, but I think on the whole that this stands up. Mothers and sons, very different from mothers and daughters, okay? Now, if I was to encapsulate that relationship, mothers and sons, it would be like this. Mummy loves you very much. No, darling, you don't do anything. Mummy will do it for you. Suck it, Mummy's going to bring it over to you, silly. Now listen, you just go out, you achieve, you do whatever you want because Mummy believes in you. Okay? Now, kisses for my very special boy. Come back here. Mothers and daughters is a bit more like this. You look fat in that. I'm just saying there's a bit more judgment there, okay? That's all I'm saying.
So I just found out that the opposite of easy peasy lemon squeezy is depressed, stressed, lemon zest. And now I'm using that all the time.
I do it. I'm guilty of it myself. I will ask my children what they want for dinner. I'll produce a menu for them. What would you like? Fish and chips, spaghetti bolognese. My mum never bothered with that. My Spanish dogmatic mother never bothered with that. When I was a kid, if I asked my mother what was for dinner, she would say, dinner. Dinner is for dinner. And if after my mother had lovingly prepared a meal and placed it in front of me, I had had the temerity to say to her, "Nah, I don't like it," she would have turned to me and she would have said, "You do like it." And that was the end of that.
How'd you feel the test? It seems so easy. What's the past tense of go?
Goed.
Goed.
What? Derek, where were you? I go to the store.
That's not right.
Huh? Derek, have you ever been to the park? Yeah, I go there yesterday.
It's still not right. What's the past tense of read?
Readed?
No, wrong.
What'd you do yesterday? I readed a book. What are you talking
You didn't read it a book.
Yes, I did read it a book whenever I go to the library.
Wow. Past tense of see?
Seed.
Seed.
I see the movie.
You see the movie?
Yes, whenever I go to the mall.
When you goed to the mall.
It was a good movie, too.
I'm glad.
Even though I read the reviews early.
Forget it.
Being a parent is hard. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. And no one tells you. In fact, no one is more delighted for you to have children than your friends who have children. They are over and above more excited for you than members of your family. Tell a mate with kids that you're going to have kids. They're like that. At the time you think, God, they are really happy for me. It's only after you have your kids that you go, oh, that was hysteria. Do you know what I wish? One of my mates had taken me to one side and just given me an idea about what to expect. You know, just sat me down, gave me a little bit of a truth bomb. I would have appreciated this conversation. Brister, hello, mate. Why don't you sit down? Just to let you know, it's a bit of a horror show. You're never going to finish a cup of tea or coffee again. You're going to have a shit with the door open. Your sex life is over. Your social life is dead. And if you want to have an ice cream, you're going to have it behind a bin in the garden. Anyway, congratulations.